Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Hess. So today I wanted to talk about metadata versus folders. I know this is a dreaded topic. I've seen people fight over this. I've seen consultants say no metadata, no folders. I've seen people resist metadata. I've seen people resist folders. I just wanted to talk about this now that we're in 2023. We're in modern SharePoint. We have things like Teams. Let's talk about metadata and folders again. And just a personal thing, I know I got my hat on inside. I'm growing my hair out. It's a mess. So I thought I would just wear a hat. That's just my opinion. If you like it, you don't like it, I don't know. I got my hat on because my hair is going wild. I'm kind of growing it out so then I can cut it the way I like it. Okay, so you have a SharePoint site. Now, when I say metadata, just make this simple. Just think column. It's just a column that stores a value. You can attach the metadata to a document. You can attach it to a list item. It's just a way to sort and filter by. So I can come here and filter by and say, oh, emergency. And so I only see my emergency documents. Metadata is just a way to organize things. It's just like folders, but a lot of people are more comfortable in folders. So why would you use metadata or folders, or which ones would you use? In my opinion, you're going to have to do both, especially with things like Teams. So with Microsoft Teams, in a SharePoint document library that comes with Teams, so every team requires a SharePoint document library. In the SharePoint document library, it's going to create a folder. It's going to create a folder called General. And if you go to SharePoint here, you're going to see your general folder. So everything in the document library here, so all of these documents and these pictures, you're not going to see this in Teams, right? You're only going to see when you go in one into general. So if we come back out in SharePoint and we're in Teams, we're not going to see that. We're not going to see the documents. We're going to be in the general folder first. So what you want to do is do metadata plus folders. Now, the reason SharePoint experts are really against folders is because they've had to migrate SharePoints from shared drives. They've had to migrate from SharePoints to SharePoint. They've come from SharePoint 2013 to SharePoint Online, and there is a limitation still with the URL. So let's say I go into this very long folder structure, right? I have a few of them in here, and you say, oh, no one would ever do that. I'm sorry, I've seen it. People do it. They create folders inside folders and folders and folders, and they organize everything every way. And then it gets to a point where you create a new folder and you say test, and I'm sorry, you no longer can create more folders. You can't create documents in here. The URL is too long. So you can see here the URL path for all files must be 400 characters or less and no more. So that's where people get irritated with documents inside documents. And this gets even worse when you try to sync this to OneDrive. I believe the character limit is less. Once you sync, so right here, once you hit sync and you sync to your OneDrive, that character limit is even less. I believe it's maybe still 256. So that character limit even goes less once you go into OneDrive. So what a lot of people try to argue is to use metadata instead. And I agree, but I think you should do both. You should have folders, I would say 2 deep. There's no reason to go 3 deep into folders. So once you have, 2 folders deep, why not create a second document library? Why not come into SharePoint and just come to Site Contents, create a new document library. This is a new library, and then organize your content that way. Why does everything have to be all in one document library? The good thing about this is permissions are way easier than trying to do folder permissions, right? You can do permissions for a library right here in library settings, and then more library settings. You can do the permissions for this document library here. Right now it's inheriting, but we have 2 document libraries. I have documents and this new library. So I have 2 document libraries. I could even take this and make it a sub of this document library. So you can see now I have it as a sublink of the document library. So when I come to home, My documents are in there. Now you can put this document library in your team, right? You can add it right into your team as a tab. There's no reason not to do that. But just don't make your folder structures too deep. It's going to drive some people crazy, and especially the SharePoint experts. That's just my opinion. I've seen people fight over this, but it's fine. I would suggest, go too deep. So you have your general folder, that's one. Then you have two. I would say that's as far as you go. But if you wanted to go 3 folders deep, I think you're going to be fine, right? I made these very long folder names. I think you're going to be fine here. But as soon as you start going 4, 5 folders deep, you've gone too far. It's not going to work anymore, okay? So another reason, once you start using metadata, is you can actually do group bys. So I can come in here. I have a bunch of these, right? I have all these by default. Let me do a group by. So I'll go to library settings, more library settings. I'm going to go to the view here, all documents. And in the view, I can create what's called a group by. So I can group by, I believe that was called, let's do document type. So we're going to group everything by document type. So technically this looks like a folder, in my opinion, right? So you have your drop downs. It looks like a folder. Now this does have limitations. I believe if you have 5,000 rows, you can't group by anymore. So that's why you would split it up into multiple document libraries, right? You can make everything neat into multiple document libraries. So you have your group bys, you have your sorts. Another huge thing about metadata is you can search, right? You can search the library based on that metadata. So I still have inherited the group by in my view, but I can see all the waterfall types and as soon as it loads, for some reason that one's taking a little longer. There we go. So all the waterfall, I searched on it and I still have my group bys here. So that's a big thing about metadata. And the final thing is about doing a folder structure is only the person who creates the folder structure really memorizes it. Imagine trying to hire someone new and they have to figure out your folder structure. You can have multiple document libraries. You can work with metadata and use search better. Just think about other people when you're creating folder structures. So in my opinion, I've seen people fight metadata folders. Do both, right? So you go 2, max 3 deep folders. Use metadata also. You can do this in lists. You can do this with libraries. That's just my opinion. I've been a SharePoint consultant, 12 years now. I've done SharePoint way too long that I'm just moving on to things, Power Platform. I'm learning other things. So that's my opinion. Do both, metadata and folders. I'll see you next time. Thank you.